The World Cup's love of theatre and its opportunity for absolution was made for David Beckham, the icon of a nation who always dared to dream.
We haven't won anything, of course, and the pressure's there, but sometimes, you know, to have a little bit of pressure is good.
I ghostwrote David Beckham's autobiography, so I spent a lot of time with David. And he had one incredible low moment in his football career in England's knockout match against Argentina.
This moment, I think, was at the height of David Beckham's notoriety and fame. And, you know, yeah, that was tough.
In those games against Argentina, it was very different because they hated us, detested the English teams and detested England in general. So it was a different type of match.
What it has is that element of nationalism, warfare without the guns.
Hay falta contra l'Essò, opina Caniglia por Telefe. Ecco gira, viene and it's 1-1. And it's still Michael Owen. He scored a wonderful goal.
It was a different type of match with a lot of needle and a lot of nastiness in it at times.
What was required, and neither was that challenge on Beckham.
David Beckham was on the ground. Simeone sort of almost stood above him, and Beck's kicked out.
I think a yellow card is going to be brandished to David Beckham.
Someone falls theatrically and you're in trouble.
It was one of those moments that you just think, oh no.
Wait a minute, he's taking another card out for Beckham. It's a red card for David Beckham. Oh, no.
Other days it wouldn't have been a red card.
And England went on to lose that contest, and Beckham turned into the scapegoat.
And England again are out of the World Cup.
Beckham's moment of madness cost England dearly.
He's let his teammates down, and I'm sorry to say he's let the country down.
I was only 18 at the time. I felt close to David. I think I was probably a bit naive to realise what was going to happen next.
You've never got yourself sent off for such a silly thing.
Beckham's let us down tonight with that.
David's the first to admit that it's a silly mistake that he's made.
20 years ago, the press were a different animal to the way they are now. It was sad, really. And, you know, they used what he was like off the field to make the story bigger than what it was.
The headlines told a very different story.
I think people were kind of waiting for David Beckham to fail so they could have a real pop at him, because it was almost like a god at that time.
You didn't really get a say. People would define your image for you. If they thought you were the devil, then they would do that.
There were headlines, public enemy #1. He got burned in effigy from lampposts. He got booed every time he touched the ball the following season. And he said something that's always stayed with me. He said, I made a mistake. That challenge on Simeone was an error. But I learned from it, and I never made that mistake again. Isn't that how you grow?
I always remember after the game in '98, you know, both teams were parked next to each other. We got on the bus all forlorn, and the Argentinians were on the bus next to me, all with their tops off, and they were banging on the ceilings and, you know, twirling all the shirts and stuff like that. And you think to yourself, if it comes around again, we need to win.
penalty itself, I got brought down for.
There's a penalty. Michael Owen brought down.
When he was called upon, he stepped up and took the penalty.
It's David Beckham with the penalty for England.
The nation gave him such a hard time after being sent off. And, you know, that would have stayed with him. You could see that he'd been carrying that pain, that criticism that he'd had.
It showed this level of virtuosity in the teeth of that adversity.
I remember it was almost like the whole world was holding its breath.
You wouldn't be human if you weren't feeling pressure for him.
Hold the cups and the glasses back home. You can smash them now. Beckham has scored for England. David Beckham puts England in front.
Beck's reaction, I thought, says it all. Says it all.
England have beaten Argentina in the World Cup for the first time since 1966.
That's the essence of resilience.
And the emotion that came from him, I think you could see that was a redemptive moment for David Beckham.
Laid the ghost to rest, let's say.
Beckham's dagger from 12 yards felt like revenge as well as redemption.